Hello everyone, this is Sheetal Anand here, and on 23rd of July I traveled on a VBM Vande Bharat mission flight from Mumbai to Canada via Newark. So a lot of people were asking me about how I managed to travel during the pandemic and the do's and don'ts of such travel. So I thought, let me just make a video and share my entire experience. So let's start from the start. Let's take a look at the bookings. So the Vande Bharat mission flights operate in phases, and the official Air India Twitter handle releases the updates from time to time, like usually between 2 and 4 weeks for every new phase that's coming up. And they also mention the time slot for the bookings. So those who are really interested can log in at that time and book their tickets. But it's not as easy as that, because the moment the time slot opens, within seconds the tickets are booked or sold out. For me, I had to go through an agent, and the other thing to be noted is that because of this inavailability of flights on all sectors, most people have to take connecting flights. So for me, I had to take a flight with two connections instead of the regular one connection. And what needs to be looked at is the layover time. Like, if the layover time is too little, then you are at the risk of missing your connecting flight. So in my case, I was getting a flight for the 20th of July, but I didn't take that one because of the low or very less layover time, which I thought might make me miss my flight. So I opted for the flight on July 22nd from Mumbai to Vancouver via Newark, and then from Newark to Montreal, and thereafter to Vancouver, which is my final destination. The flight was at 1:30 a.m. and I reached the airport much earlier, and with my bag and baggage, after saying goodbye to my family and friends, only to realize that the flight had been cancelled. Yes, the flight actually got cancelled because of less bookings on that sector. Because if you're traveling via US, you need to have a valid US visa, which many people do not have, so they cannot book on this sector. Now I was totally heartbroken because it's so difficult. Who would like to hear this, that their flight has got cancelled? So I went back home with my bag and baggage, but I got the flight for the very next day, the same flight, same route. And here is my entire experience. So I arrived at the Mumbai International Airport at 8:30 p.m., around 5 hours earlier, for my 1:30 a.m. flight. I came this early because I was told that they would be sanitizing bags and doing a lot of checks for the COVID situation. I walked right to the last counter from where the international VBM flights were taking off. I wore the mask from home, and over there they checked my temperature with a thermal gun and my valid documents like passport, ticket, visa, and also I had to fill up and hand over my self declaration forms. And then I went in for the baggage check in. Here they were very strict about the 23 into 2 kgs, that is, two bags of 23 kg each, and if it was more, they would definitely be charging. When it came to cabin baggage, they were not at all strict. In fact, they didn't weigh any of the cabin baggages that I had taken. I had a trolley, a laptop bag, and a lady's handbag. And then they issued my boarding pass and took all the forms that I had filled, and asked me to proceed for the security check. Over there, I had to remove my laptop, mobile, watch, jewelry, and then for myself, there was no physical touching or frisking. Everything was done by sensors. I had to put my hands up as if in a hands up like position, and with the sensor they would be checking if anybody was carrying anything contraband. Then I went for the immigration. At the immigration, it was a real breeze because there was nobody at the counters at all, since the crowd was so little. So even the immigration happened very quickly. After that, I went through the duty free shopping area, the major attraction for travelers. As you can see, everything is closed. Even the cafes are closed, except for one Starbucks which was open at the gates. Also, the lounge, which is very frequently used by travelers for Wi Fi and meals, is also closed. After that, I proceeded to my gate for boarding, where they gave us a kit. The kit contained a mask, a face shield, and 4 to 5 sachets of sanitizers, which is actually not enough for a long 15-hour flight. After wearing the face shield and masks before boarding the aircraft, we were again made to do a kind of a security check, and our temperatures were again recorded with the thermal gun, and only then we were allowed to enter the aircraft. They also gave the PPE apron to passengers occupying the middle seats. However, this flight was very lightly occupied, and so nobody was sitting in the middle seats, and so nobody was wearing the apron anyway. We then entered the aircraft and occupied our seats, and on our seats were kept the meals for the entire flight, and in it was a sandwich, a roll, a chocolate chip muffin, a slice cake, a banana, an apple, a granola bar, some namkeen, 3 packets of bhujia, 3 packets of fruity, and some cookies. Now, this was the entire meal that you're going to get for the whole flight, and they were quite heavy snacks, and sometimes you don't feel like eating them because after a point of time they look a bit stale. So, it's better to get your own food. Also, remember that there will be no in flight service. You will not get to see any air hostess or flight attendant, and there are no blankets given, no newspapers, no new in flight entertainment. So, download your own movies or music and carry books, or and also carry your blanket and pillow because it may feel cold. But otherwise, the flight was comfortable. And when I landed at Newark Airport, I enjoyed the scene outside of landing, and I was trying to locate the Statue of Liberty, but I couldn't find her. And I did find her at the airport though. Then, after I landed, I collected my baggage, and we had to go to the Terminal A, which is I have to take a train for that airport train and go to the other terminal, which I did. And there I had to wait for a long time because my layover was for 9.5 hours. So I just took my trolley and was sitting with the trolley at a comfortable position. I ordered for a coffee and something to eat, and just chilled for some time, made calls to my family, and then after a long time, I proceeded to the Newark airport, connecting flight by Air Canada to Montreal. It was a very small aircraft with just 4 seats on every row. You could literally see the cockpit and the pilot sitting there, and the flight attendant was making announcements in English and French. And then off we go with the takeoff. At the Montreal airport, I had to fill my immigration and also take the instructions for the quarantine. And then I took the flight to Vancouver. After this flight landed, there were no further formalities. I just collected my baggage from the belt, took a taxi from the airport, and reached my accommodation. So, to sum it up, I've prepared a checklist. Make sure you go through it and go well prepared so you have a comfortable and safe journey.